Greetings everybody and welcome back to Better Than Insert Biome here. Last time I tried to make this, but I didn't have the resources. So I fed my wolves a bit more to let them produce more dung to allow me to produce more tan leather. And now I can make the bellows. Now there is one other thing that I'd like to make, and that is the stake. Alright, and while I'm at it, I've come to the realization that I'm probably going to need more gearboxes, so I'm going to go ahead and craft some more gearboxes real quick. Let's see, the molding goes up in here. See, I have axles in there. And now let me real quickly try to explore how this works. I'm not going to explain it because I have to admit I've never used these stakes before. So let's see, if I go out from here. No, that's not what I want. How do these stakes work? Let's... Okay, so if I right-click one of these with string... Ah, there we go. Alright, and that's 6 blocks between them. Alright, and now I get the string back. Alright, that's useful. That's actually very useful. Though I will have to keep them in mind. Yeah, let me think. Do I have more string in my storehouse? I sure hope so. Oh yeah, I've got another stack. Alright. Well, that's fine. But for right now, the priority is going to be to get this sorted out here. Now, in order for the bellows, in order for the hibachis to work properly, they need a bellows. Alright? Now, let me think here. Alright. Yeah, let's see. Alright. So let's go ahead and go this way here. I just realized I need to craft a turntable. So, let me have a look at that recipe real quick. It's actually pretty easy. Alright. 3 sidings, 1 gear, 1 redstone, put my cobblestone up, and 4 smoothstone, which I guess is all in the furnace, I hope? Yeah. Alright. Excellent. So let's go ahead and put the, okay, I guess I had a little bit of a visual glitch there. Alright. Stone, gear, and redstone, and I get the turntable. Let me think here. Alright. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put a torch there for the time being. And let's see here. Gearbox goes here. And axles here, here, and here. Empty out my hand so I can fix the axles to be pointing the right direction. The gearbox, of course, is not pointing the right direction. Alright. Let me think here. Let's go ahead and dig that out. Dig that out so I can get in down here. 2, 3, 4. 4. Alright. So let's go ahead and set that up like that. And that's going to allow me to get this far. Now, let's see here. Alright. Should probably go ahead and put a torch. Yeah, there works for me. Whoa. Or not. Okay. I wanted that there. Alright. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have to admit, I have the gearboxes all pointing the wrong direction. There we go. Now that's the right direction. Alright. Now that's pointing the right direction. Alright. Now if I could figure out where I am... relative to the water wheel downstairs. Unfortunately, I suspect I'm a long ways away, which means that it's going to take probably a lot more gears and gearboxes to get this sorted out. Now, the other thing I need to do is to get the turntable going. Now, in order for the turntable to work, the power has to come through an axle to the bottom of the turntable, like so. I just realized something. That's not going to work because that's going to be rotating that constantly. Let me think. Yeah, it's going to mean a lot more axles and a lot more gearboxes. I'm going to go off camera and come back once I have a system that will work for that. Alright, now that I have more axles and gearboxes, let me show you what I've done with my stakes. And I've gone ahead and crafted 2 more pairs of stakes. Now, this pair of stakes here goes from the line with this gearbox here to this line right here. And the inner distance is 5. Now, that stake corresponds to the altitude of the upper gearbox up there, while the upper stake up there actually corresponds to the vertical layer of the gearboxes I've been laying down so far for the bellows. And the inner distance is 2. Alright, and then this stake here is in line with this center line right here. And that stake all the way over there happens to correspond to the furthest I've gotten as far as laying out gearboxes and axles. And incidentally, that is 27 long. Alright? Now, that said, I have plenty of gears and gearboxes. Now, what I'm going to do is actually go ahead... Oh boy. I'm going to go ahead and say that is not what I wanted to see. Yeah. Because unfortunately that means I have to light this cavern up now. And to make matters worse... Oh. Well, that's interesting. I had been hearing some spider sounds. I'm beginning to think this cavern may be their origin. That said, I need to light this up. Now. Alright. Yeah, I just killed the spider. Whoa! There we go. Alright. Ooh, that's interesting. I've explored that cavern down there already, I guess. Actually... Yeah, I know where that is. I don't know if I've shown it on camera yet, but I know exactly where that is down there. Anyway, let me just go ahead and pick up some materials here. This cavern is relatively safe for the moment. Alright? No, I didn't want to do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that up. There we go. 3, 4, 1. Let me dig myself a tunnel underneath so I can get past it. Alright. Yeah. So that's 1. 3. Yeah, I won't worry about that one. Alright. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to do that. Let's see here. Okay, that was not what I wanted to do. Alright. That said, let me go ahead and make sure I put a torch there so that I don't get myself lost. Alright. It occurs to me I did not sort out this line here. So that's 3. And that's the next gearbox. Alright. So let's go ahead and put the axles down. Grab this coal here. As I said last episode, there is no such thing as too much iron in Better Than Wolves. There's also no such thing as too much coal. Speaking of iron, there's iron. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, so I've got some of this. I know where I am now. I'm underneath the farm somewhere. Now, if I knew where exactly, that would be helpful. But at least I know I'm near my farm. Alright? Yeah, so let's go ahead and grab the rest of that coal. 2, 3. Alright. Ooh boy. 1, 2, 3. Let's fix these 2. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that there. Okay. And now with an empty hand, I'm going to redirect that to take input from that direction. And in the meantime, alright. Let's see, so that's 2, 3, and 4 there. Alright, I need to get rid of that cobblestone and reorient that to be facing that direction. Okay, right, yeah, now I remember. Okay, yeah, I did do that, didn't I? Alright. Yeah, at any rate, let's get that sorted out so that I can do that. Alright. Let me think here. Now, where does this put me? Let me think. Because if memory serves me right, I laid down a bit of... Or was that already pre-existing dirt? Let me think here. Okay. Yeah, what I do know is that I do need to go this way at least 3 runs. Let me go ahead and put some torch down there. Alright. More axles and gearboxes. Let's go and put that up so that I can have an empty hand for that. Let's see. 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Ooh. Ha 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 ha. I don't think I was banking on that necessarily. But let's go ahead, get myself an empty hand again. Alright. Now for the fun part. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Yeah. Alrighty, so now I have power going through each and every one of these gearboxes. Except I don't have it on that one because that's pointing the wrong way. That's the great thing about these particle effects. It allows me to see pretty easily. Yep. And there you can see the bellows has compressed. But that's not enough. In order to actually stoke the fire from the hibachis, that bellows has to both compress and expand. How am I going to get the expansion, you're asking? Well, it's actually quite simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run a line this way. Alright? Yeah, like so. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Alright, as you can see now that has power. 2, 3, 4. Alright, so a gearbox goes there. And then the axles power up that gearbox as well. Alright. Now, I just need to figure out how I'm going to get my turntable to work properly. Alright. That said, 1, 2. Alright. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these blocks here. Now, let me think here. Yeah, so the turntable goes like so. And I'm going to go ahead and put a cobblestone block on top of it. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So it looks like I have to get rid of all of these blocks as well in order for the turntable to work correctly. Alright. Let me go and grab some bread here. I do need bread. Eat up. Let me think. Okay, right. I had torches and redstone on me. Now, let me think here. Alright. Go ahead and take 7 of those, turn them into sticks. That's another high-efficiency recipe courtesy of Flower Child. Alright. 10 redstone torches. That should be way more than enough. Now, I cannot tell if that's rotating at all. Alright. That said, let me think. This would be the last one there. So that turns that off, which should cause the bellows to expand. Alright. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Now, that said, I can fix up this floor real quickly. And I should be able to see if it's expanding and contracting properly. There's my expansion. And there's the contraction. And I think it might be a little bit too much delay. So let's actually go and get the axles and gearboxes out of there. Alright. Now, I'm going to see real quickly. Alright, nope, it does not get enough power on that setting. If I set it to the third setting, compresses, expands, compresses, expands. That's exactly what I want. Alright. So now that I've got that sorted out, I'm going to go ahead and take care of this. Alright. Now, one last thing I need to do before I go any further. I have 7 iron ingots. I need to grab a bone out of here. And one of my buckets, which will go in the hotbar, because it needs to be filled up with water. Excellent. It's daylight out, which is great. Bucket is now full of water. I'm back inside my base. And I just craft one last stewing pot. There we go. Alright. Remember, I need to leave one airspace, so the stewing pot will go up there. Like so. Alright. Let me think. Yeah. So, yeah, let's go ahead and put the dirt up there. Cobblestone goes up there. Coal goes here. Sand goes up top. Gravel. The iron ore I picked up. The axles and the gearbox. Keep the door in my inventory for the moment. Let me think. Redstone goes over here. And everything else goes in this chest right here, except for the redstone torches, which reminds me I need one more redstone torch, I think. You know what? Nah, I'm not going to fret about it. But I do need to grab my glass panes so that I can do this. Also, I think I should grab one more cobblestone. Let me just go ahead and clean that up with some cobblestone. I'm not going to fret too much about visibility. I mean, I might grab my sandstone as well, just to ensure that I can have a clean look. But, yeah, mostly I'm unconcerned. Alright? That said, there we go. That allows me to get rid of that torch and put sandstone there and there. Alright. That's all going to be covered up anyway, so it doesn't really matter much. Alright. So now I'm going to go ahead and lay down the torches. Et voila. And now you can see the fire is stoked. Now, let me go ahead and grab a sign here real quick. That's that chest up there. Okay. And I've also got all of my saddles down here. So, let me think. First off, I'm going to go ahead and mark this as my stoked stewing pot. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my saddles in here. Alright, now putting just a saddle in there gives me that process, and it only works in a stoked stewing pot. I'm going to take one out of there, put it in this unstoked stewing pot, and you can see that nothing happens. Take take the saddle out of the unstoked stewing pot, put it in the stoked stewing pot, and once it's done, it renders into glue. Alright. So now I have glue, and incidentally, Flower Child made it so that glue does everything slime balls can do. And conversely, everything glue can do, slime balls can also do. So that's really a non-factor. Alright. And if I got my distance right, yep, that's 27. So let me go ahead and get rid of this stake right here. Alright, now I do have some cleaning up to do. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this stake out here because I no longer have use for it. I can actually go ahead and put the door back. Okay. That was not where I wanted the door. That was where I wanted the door. And with that, this has been Better Than Insert Biomes here. See you next time, everybody.